Hi everyone. Welcome to all guests, fellow speakers, our partners at DC Health, and the Office of Mayor Muriel Bowser, and thank you so much for being here. My name is Samantha Pound, and I've personally benefited from the WIC program. So it's especially important for me to be a part of this event celebrating the 40th anniversary of WIC in DC. In April of 2020, my husband and I were both laid off from our jobs while on parental leave due to the COVID-19 crisis. A friend of mine informed me that I was likely eligible for WIC and encouraged me to apply. I was pleasantly surprised that I was able to book my intake meeting over the phone, and I began receiving my benefits via mail a few weeks later. I joined the Arcadia mobile market team last February. Arcadia's mission is to create a more equitable and sustainable food system. With food grown on our farm in Alexandria, Virginia, we are able to build the capacities of local farmers and provide access to this high-quality food in neighborhoods that have long been passed over by traditional retailers. We document the high and growing demand for this food with our point-of-sale system. The data we've collected we use to create change, including in 2016 when we testified in Congress to the House Agriculture Committee. Some 160,000 people in Ward 7 and 8 have only 3 full-service grocery stores. In Ward 6, there are 13. Our mobile market makes stops in low food access neighborhoods and accepts and doubles the face value of WIC as well as SNAP and senior FMNP. In 2019, our mobile market sales represented 2% of all food sold at farmers markets in the district. However, we accepted 45% of all SNAP transactions at farmers markets. In 2020, we saw our average SNAP transaction almost double from the prior year. Our growing sales year over year show that there is an unmet demand for healthy foods in these neighborhoods. This year, we've partnered with the future site of Mookie's Market, a Food Access Fund grant recipient and small format grocery coming to Ward 7. The pilot program visibly establishes this location as a corner where healthy food can be found. And once Mookie's opens, Arcadia will hand off this season's sales, data, and customer base. Arcadia's markets are a bridge to more permanent food access in Wards 7 and 8. And programs like WIC with our match program help mothers' dollars go farther for them and their children. With the support of DC Health and WIC local area directors, we were able to trial a pre-order system to make ordering even easier for WIC moms this year. With their ongoing support, we are excited to roll out a more accessible system through our website this coming season. Thank you so much for joining us today. I'd like to introduce Courtney Hester Green, a WIC mom like myself who will share her story. Thank you.
Good afternoon, everyone, and thank you so much, Samantha, for that beautiful introduction and your passion for food justice. Good afternoon, everyone. This is Nasandia Hester Green, and I'm just her mother, Courtney. One of the things that I like to say, I've learned to say more often as well this past 2 years, is that empathy is a job skill. Everyone needs a little bit. Anywhere you go, wherever you work, whatever industry you're in, empathy is a job skill. So it's important for us to remember to have open minds when considering who and how the Women, Infants, and Children program and many other state programs, federal programs, I'm manifesting statehood here, may benefit her citizens. That is regardless of veteran status, disability, race, color, creed, any other demographic you can think of. Everybody needs a little bit of help. That being said, I tried to do it all myself. I tried to do it all alone. But I needed a little help before it was too late. Oh, thank you. I'm sorry. Test 1 2, test. Test 1 2, test. Test 1 2, test. Test 1 2. Test test. Test test 1 2. Oh, this one. Oh, thank you. Thank you. Oh, it's mobile? Okay. Test test 1 2. Test 1 2. Test test. Test 1 2. Test. Test test. Test. Test 1 2. Does my mic sound nice? Check 1. Thank you all for bearing with me. And where was I? I was saying that everybody needs a little help sometimes. I tried to do it all by myself, but I needed help, a little bit of help before it was too late to have a daughter forever. Our mayor, having taken even more initiatives on top of supporting the Women, Infants, and Children program, has such as taking other initiatives such as the annual Healthy Pregnancy Summit, also prioritizes the elimination of healthcare disparities for those of different economic status, different color, different creed. For that reason, empathy, again, is a job skill, and I have myriad contributors to thank, from the USDA to local farmers market nonprofits, to the mayor's office, to the city council, and especially the warm, caring staff of WIC Unity Upper Cardozo, who exemplify the word empathy. For all prospective mothers out there who may join the program, please know that I've been through many, many things. I've been through much adversity with such programs in my personal life and professional life, and this program is one that you can trust. With that being said, as WIC clients, my daughter and I are proud to introduce our mayor, Muriel Bowser.
Thank you, Courtney. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you, Courtney and beautiful daughter. We are just delighted to be here. And I am very proud to stand with our DC government team who is supporting the WIC program. So please acknowledge and thank DC Health, the DC WIC State Agency, and our partners at the DC Central Kitchen. Give them a big round of applause. We are proud to acknowledge 40 years of WIC today, which means DC residents, moms, and babies are getting the support that they so richly need at a very special time in their lives. We have learned much, and certainly I have learned much about how important those first years are in a baby's life. Their little brains, their motor skills, their little language, all developing so fast, brilliant little computers. And it is so important that we, the moms and adults who can pour into them, are very focused on what we're pouring into them. And making sure that they have a healthy start. So we in our administration have been very focused on food access. You heard already some of the disparities that have been mentioned. So we have a lot of work to do. We also know how important food and eating well and taking care of ourselves has everything to do with the other health disparities that we see develop over the course of our lives. And in this fight against COVID, those disparities were made very plain and glaring. So the work that we do with WIC from the earliest days impact how our little boys and girls living in the District of Columbia will be able to live, what opportunities they will have, and even how long they will live in the district. The thing that we have to do is wipe out the disparity between a white woman in Washington, D.C.'s lifespan and a black man's lifespan in Washington, D.C. And we know that that gap is too big. Real life missed. And we start at the very, very early ages. We are proud of the progress we're making, but we know there's much more to do. Just yesterday, I was in Skyland in Ward 7, where next year we will welcome a new grocery store in Lidl. We've already added housing, and we're also adding sit-down dining opportunities right in the neighborhood. We created a fund, which we're putting to work at that location, called the Food Access Fund. We've invested with this budget in partnership with the council, $58 million over the next 4 years that will expand our neighborhood prosperity fund to provide capital investments to grocery stores and sit-down restaurants. Nourish DC is another fund that will support smaller fresh food retailers and providers through grants and technical assistance. I said a lot about buckets of money, but what I have learned in this work, especially attracting quality grocery stores, is there's no shortcut, and it takes the entire government working to support attracting retailers to every part of Washington, D.C. I've been attracting retail to Washington, D.C. for a long time, and what I've learned, as you've already heard from Samantha, is we have just about every retailer that we want in the city. We just don't have them everywhere we want them. And we have a strategy that we not only rely on those big box retailers that are fickle and have a lot of choices and require a lot of hand-holding. We're trying to take a bet on the people who've already taken a bet on us. So I look at places that have successful operations in Northwest and say, we want you to be successful in Southeast too, and we're willing to invest in you in your second location. That's what we did with Half Smoke, that's in Ward 1, and now will be in Ward 7, and the Good Food Markets also in Ward 5 that will be in Ward 8. That's our strategy, and we're going to bet big on it because everyone deserves everything they need in their own neighborhood, and that's our strategy. Great schools, safe streets, quality recreation, access to quality health care. I know Dr. Nesbitt likes to hear that, but it starts with food, and food is the best medicine. So I want to say thanks again to our team and introduce you to our doctor. You know who our doctor is, right? Dr. LaQuandra Nesbitt has been just outstanding with the DC Health team in leading us against COVID. But I know she would want me to remind you that DC Health does so much more every day to make sure that we are healthy people in Washington, D.C. Dr. LaQuandra Nesbitt.
Thank you so much, Madam Mayor. And we are truly excited to be here today, the team here at DC Health. I had the chance to gather with some of our team from WIC and our Nutrition and Physical Fitness Bureau, and they are just full of smiles and an opportunity to be out in community. For some of them, one of the first times in over 20 months. So this feels really, really good to us. To be among the people that we are responsible for serving. There's so much we can learn from all of the data and the charts, but the real human connection is what informs our work and drives our decision making. It's a big deal to have a federal program that is focused on improving the lives of women, infants, and children to celebrate its 40th anniversary. It's an even bigger deal to be able to have that program continue in the District of Columbia undisrupted for those 40 years. We're exceptionally proud of how WIC has served women, infant, and children in the District of Columbia and continues to do so. We use the word pivot a lot over the past 20 months, along with the word unprecedented. times over the past 20 or so months. And WIC was just the same. You know, the mayor mentioned that we do so much more than the COVID response. And the COVID response informed or influenced so much of our work that was that extended beyond making sure people got a COVID test or a COVID vaccine or giving guidance to businesses about how to keep people safe. We had to make sure that people who were receiving services kept receiving those services. Our participation in the WIC program increased by 23%. You heard Samantha talk about the needs that she and her family experienced. She was not alone. WIC pours over $9 million into the district's economy by providing women the opportunity to provide for themselves during their pregnancy and for their children until the age of 5, until they have so that they have the opportunity to get the right things into their bodies so that they have that healthy start. The quality of the WIC food package increased, as well as the monetary amount that families had over the past several months. They went from having a package that was around $11 to a package that was $35. So we were really able with our federal partners to respond and meet the needs of families. So this is real work, making a real impact in families' lives when they truly needed it. We don't do this work alone. Many of our partners are out here today. If you're here and you're in need of services, you can raise your hand to them. They can help get you an appointment to get enrolled. You can also give us a call at any time, and you can get enrolled in the program. Services are available through many of our community health centers, through our hospitals, such as Children's National has been a huge partner with us in the WIC program. And you can redeem many of those benefits as some of our partners. One of them is featured behind me today, Arcadia, and you've already heard from Samantha. So we're extremely proud of all of the work that we do at DC Health. The mayor has also outlined a huge vision for food access. We know that food and access to healthful food is a huge driver of health. We've identified it as one of the 9 key drivers of health in our health equity report. The WIC program is one of many programs that we operate. We provide food access at schools through pop-up markets. We have many farmers market programs that are for seniors, that are for families, and we have a host of things that we do. And we've done a much better job under Mayor Bowser's leadership of weaving that tapestry together. We know that we need short-term solutions for people when they have an immediate need. We have interim solutions as we're bringing more of those big box retailers to bear. And then we have these longer-term economic development solutions that take a whole of government response. And helping to lead that work for us at DC Health is Sarah Beckett. She's been a remarkable member of our team. She leads our Nutrition and Physical Fitness Bureau. She's a tremendous advocate for our community. She works seamlessly with our federal partners to be a great voice for us in the District of Columbia. And she never hesitates or misses an opportunity to connect with community, to be on the ground, to put fruit in a blender if we're out at a rec center on a Saturday morning. So at this time, I'd like to introduce many of you to Miss Sarah Beckett.
Thank you, Dr. Nesbitt. That was way too kind. Well, good afternoon, everyone. Awesome. My name is Sarah Beckwith, and I have the true honor of serving as the Bureau Chief of the Nutrition and Physical Fitness Bureau at DC Health. My awesome team, who is here today, provides strategic guidance and oversight for multiple food access initiatives, including DC WIC. It truly takes a village to both provide support to the community and ensure that we take action to connect community members to these resources. Today we have heard from our mayor, Muriel Bowser, from DC Health Director, Dr. Nesbitt, from Arcadia's Food Access Director, Samantha Pounder, and from Courtney Hester Green, community member and mother, about the critical role of the community to ensure that every infant, child, pregnant woman, new mom, and new dad has the tools and resources they need to thrive. starting with good, nutritious food. I'd like to take this moment and say a few thank yous, starting with our grantee partners at Howard University Hospital, Unity Healthcare, Children's National, and Mary's Center. Your staff, including nutritionists, paraprofessionals, breastfeeding peer counselors, technicians, and directors, are an integral part of the success of DC WIC. Thank you to our many community partners, including those with us today. DC Hunger Solutions, DC Central Kitchen, Martha's Table. I saw East of the River Family Strengthening Collaborative, who increase awareness about DC WIC and connect community members to us. Thank you to our partners at the U.S. Department of Agriculture for their work at the national level. Thank you to the staff members over the past 40 years at DC Health who have administered DC WIC. And a heartfelt thank you to our community members and program participants who make it a priority to connect to WIC and stay connected. If you are interested in learning more about DC WIC, please call us at 202-442-9397, or you can visit us online at www.dcwic.org. Thank you all for being here today. And I will turn the podium back over to Mayor Bowser.
Thank you so much, Sarah, and we are delighted, and we're going to stick around a little bit to say hi to everybody and take a picture with the team. Come on, DC WIC staff.
Let's wait for a second. Okay. Excuse me. Oh, very close. We're going to pick her up. I don't want that.
How are you? Thank you.
We need some people on this side, not on that. Okay. Over here, please. Yep. Come up here.
How do you do with that?
1, 2. Look straight ahead, right in the middle. Okay.
Right here, right here.
Right over here.
1, 2, 3. Happy birthday, WIC.